Hello friends of the first person genre. And bam! Oh, how nice they fell flat on their faces. I think ragdoll physics is just something really great. I could watch them lay down for hours. Well, maybe not for hours, but it's fun. The first person game with ragdoll was probably Jurassic Park Trespasser. I can't say 100% what the very first ragdoll game was, but there are few websites and people on the internet that claim that the game Rocket Jockey, made by Rocket Science in 1996, was the first game with ragdoll. Okay, I'm not a pro for physically correct fall flat on its face engines, but it doesn't look like a real ragdoll to me. Correct me if I'm wrong in my opinion. If you know what the first game with ragdoll was, then please write it in the comments. But now it's not about ragdoll at all, it's about Black Shades. Black Shades is a 2002 free first-person shooter by Wolfire Games. The development team Wolfire Games has developed titles like Receiver or Overgrow after Black Shades. With Black Shades, the team won the UDEV Game 2002 contest, along with about 40 other participants. I installed the game without any informations, and at first thought, what is this junk? And I'm not even talking about the special polygonal graphics, which make the game remind me a bit of GTA 3 if it had been released on the PS1. By the way, I still don't know what engine was used here, but maybe I'll find out. Right after starting the game, I find myself in an empty world with people whose faces are as empty as the world itself. I start with an assault rifle in my virtual hands, but what should I do with it? What is the goal now? The game doesn't give me any instructions, or even a story, because there is no such thing as a story. So at first, I was of the opinion that I should just shoot people over the pile without any brains or reason. No friends, that's not how it is. There is a purpose to this game, and it really entertained me. So, what is it about? In between all these people, there is a guy all in white walking, and that's our person to protect. We are a personal protection specialist, a bodyguard. The guy in white seems important, very important, because someone's always trying to kill him. Why does someone keep trying to kill him? Maybe he's found a cure for cancer, or maybe he's carrying a recipe from a major soft drink company. I don't know, and I don't think we find out either. However, we must take care of him at all costs. As far as I know, the game has no end. It probably goes on indefinitely, with new cities being generated again and again. Each level has a time limit. We have to make sure the guy in white survives within this window of time. The time window is mostly under a minute, at least at the levels I've seen. Points are then awarded for each attacker prevented and for each level passed. However, eliminating non-attackers such as passersby penalizes the game with minus points. After each level, we got a different weapon. We start with the assault rifle. After that, we move on to a pistol, sniper rifle, shotgun, hand grenades, knife, and a magnum. The weapons probably circulate randomly all the time. But not only do we have all these weapons, we also have two special skills. On the one hand, we can activate slow-mo, which is really a big help, but also generates minus points with every use. And on the other hand, the soul flight, which I still don't know what use it has for me. I don't need to explain slow-mo. But with the flight of the soul, you should be able to leave your body, float through the city and track down assassins. But for what? Someone is always hanging on the guy in white to kill him anyway. What else am I supposed to be looking for? The process is always the same. Only now and then a kind of zombie level comes in between. The principle is the same, except that the opponents don't have weapons, but try to bite the guy in white. It gets more difficult with each level, and for me it was the end of the day in the third zombie level. Would I play it again? I don't think so. I did enjoy the game, but for me it's not a game that comes to my mind in the evening on the couch. I jump up, install it, because I suddenly have a total desire to play this game. But I don't think that was the aim of the developers with this title. It was more of a demo to show what they could do. It's really nice for a few laps in between, but that's about it for me. But I can imagine that during short breaks it is a change from solitaire. Just like in the early 2000s, for example, you played Moorhuhn and compared your high score with colleagues and friends. So, take care like you are the dude in white. Ciao!